Alright. See. How are we looking? Restarted my router. So I guess something happened there. So trying this again. There. Okay. Hopefully there's no need for anything else to cause problems. Checking some stuff. Alright, okay.
And uniting the Imperium's thousands of worlds. House Orselio is bound by commercial pacts to houses Galeatis, Ortina, Drotus, and... There is a dark blue knot tightening on your neck, Lord Captain. I can see my reply is not satisfying your thirst for knowledge. What is it you desire to hear exactly? You have my permission, Lord Captain. Hardly. According to the chronicles of the house, I was born on one of the Orselio worlds. Oh, what was it? Please forgive me, Lord Captain. My childhood memories are too vague. Sometimes I dream about the colorful birds that built their nests in the garden, or the servants dressed in purple livery, or the blue fog that rolled over the lowlands behind the palace. But everything is covered in a rosy haze. Perhaps it is my imagination, not my memory, that is painting these pictures. My stay on the station was wholly dedicated to preparing me for my future duty. Astromancy, astrography, numerology, the histories of my house and the Imperium, as well as other disciplines. For many years, dozens of instructors tirelessly prepared me for my destiny. And once a year, Great Regent Alronto would come to the station. He would entrust his beautiful vessel to my command, so that I could master the practical aspects of our art as well. The Regent gave me a bird from a sunlit planet once. I tried to befriend it and make it sing, but for some reason, it refused, and died soon after. The instructors were too respectful of my duty to my house to waste precious time on idle chatter. Aside from them, there were only servants on the station. And you know they have their vocal cords removed, so they cannot break their vow of silence. And since the subject has been breached, Lord Captain, why do you not follow this honored tradition? Your decks are so garish. Apologies, I meant noisy. The rabble don't just chatter. Sometimes they shout and even sing. Why do you allow such a lack of restraint? Rogue traders are highborn, are they not? Your words sound amazingly blasphemous. If a ruler's duty dictates the need for violence, would dispensing it not be their responsibility? I will contemplate your answer in solitude. The Navigator's open eye is baneful to whoever the warp's ruinous shine falls upon, and therefore it is the symbol of our power. We are the guiding stars of humanity, found worthy of an uncommon gift. And one of the duties that we bear is to guard our eye, even from wayward glances that may bear evil. Besides, I am aware that lesser servants of the Imperium may find our appearance repulsive. The Navigator gene twists the features the rabble are used to seeing, and the magnificence of our role cannot be grasped by their feeble minds. Lord Captain, you are overstepping the bounds of propriety. Words like that, Lord
Yep.
Captain, could easily be misconstrued. You should familiarize yourself with some of the works in your library to learn the appropriate manner of conversing with a lady. It may be difficult to describe. You see, every navigator perceives the warp differently. My mentor, Great Regent Elronto, always described his travels through the Immaterium as a journey through a vast wood with countless paths. And I, assisting him in the first voyages, futilely tried to follow his example. But the wood would not reveal itself to me. But everything changed when I found my own key to this mystery. You see, I've always brightened up my rare moments of leisure time by painting. You may recall there was a workshop in my chambers. As soon as I imagined the warp as a blank canvas, an indescribable feeling came over me. I moved the brush, going deeper and deeper into my own painting. Visions were hidden within the vibrant colors of my palette, and something inside me knew which should be brought out and which should be left behind. I woke up several days later, after the voyage was safely complete. The Emperor graced me with a gift. I can see inner life in addition to the mundane. You cannot know that a fruit has rotten from the inside until a blade slices it in two. I can see the rot from far away. It roils like swamp mud, oozing through the bright peel. Anger and boredom, sadness and joy. Everything that people shut away inside themselves is revealed to me like colors on the canvas of my world. You will hear no objection from me, Lord Captain. As the only voice of our family on this vessel, it is an honor. As long as your questions are courteous, I will answer every one of them. Just as a rogue trader stands at the head of a protectorate, a Novator heads a navigator house. It is the Novator who decides where to look for alliances and which path their bloodline is destined to tread. As for our house, the transfer of power to a successor is currently underway. In the meantime, Great Regent Elronto Orselio is ensuring the stability of the house. So, says Regent Elronto. Nothing is decided yet. Some people in the house become enshrouded in rolling gray clouds at the thought of me becoming the Novator. But even more are bound with dull leaden chains. They think I am not ready for such a burden. You are shrewd indeed. My ancestor charted that route while fleeing the enemies of humanity. They say the Emperor himself was his guide, because the warp expelled their vessel without a single loss. Unfortunately, the lips of those who relate this tale seep with disgusting green hubris. I think Kalain Orselio was simply a skilled navigator. Oh, yes. The navigators of the house came to the Coronis Expanse fairly recently. a mere 208 years ago. Before that, our ancestors expanded the borders of humankind's dominion for the glory of the Emperor, blazing trails to different corners of the galaxy. By all means. Sister Argenta shines like a guiding star, inspiring resolve in those around her, seemingly inexplicably. However, I see a dark and ugly fog billow behind her, contrasting sharply with her shining light. It burdens the Sister of Battle. It drags her down. Yet Argenta herself is hardly aware of it. Seneschal Viserion is among the few whose colors are a pleasure to look at. Whenever the Seneschal speaks, heavenly crystal clarity spreads around him. And whenever he is angered, dark blue clouds condense over him. And in his rare moments of joy, a pure gleam of sunset pink caresses the souls of those near him. Out of your entire retinue, Lord Captain, he is the only one I would trust with my life. Idira's emotions are like a maelstrom, bright, unbridled, enveloping her form like a wondrous kaleidoscope of colors. And as dangerous as a twisting warp storm. The riot of colors hides the truth from my eyes. What exactly is driving this woman? Is it her own will, or is it the Immaterium, Lord Captain? I have enjoyed your company. Thank you for the conversation.
Interesting. She's an interesting character.
Lord Captain. Lord Captain.
I don't know. I guess I'm done talking with mostly everyone already here. Let's go to Chronos Expanse. Oh, excuse me. I don't think we want to go there yet. I'm a little sus about the screen, personally. Lord Captain, there is some commotion on the officer's deck. The Lady Navigator has left her quarters and is currently in the wardroom, where unintended crew members are shunning her in terror. Perhaps you should find out what brought... Ooh, what's going on?
Lord Captain, my apologies. I did not notice your entrance. Oh, this. I found this fascinating read on one of the shelves, and I must say, it has caught my eye. Its every chapter is written in verse. I find it so beautiful and enrapturing.
Sorry. I'm just getting spam messages. It looks like. Sorry. Okay.
Yurak 5 had a vast archive of its own, of course. Although most of the works within had to do with scholarly disciplines of some sort or another. Only in my sparse moments of respite was I allowed to escape into the pages of more embellished works. One should not underestimate the navigators of House Orselio, Lord Captain. Like a shawl of pale smoke, a faint malaise hangs upon my shoulders, but it will not be the slightest hindrance to my duty to humanity, and my duty to you. No, it is not that at all, Lord Captain. It is just that Uwe is quite capable of carrying out his duties by himself. He is well accustomed to my whims and preferences.
Cringes so slightly, adjusts the adornment on her forehead, then awkwardly hides her clawed fingers and folds up her clothes. Okay, she's used to people who are used to her. Okay, makes sense.
There are people on this ship who are far more impulsive and dangerous to others, and far less devoted to the God Emperor than a herald of the Navis Nobilite. But I did not need your words to see the shades of umber unease that whirl around your subjects whenever I am near. Were I not acquainted with such a reaction, I could have found their behavior in your question just now insulting. Lord Captain, would you kindly explain to me why you are pestering me with these questions? Inquiring about my mood and my needs, showing an interest in the books I am enjoying? You are behaving as if you possessed a shred of fellow feeling for one such as I.
Hello, Rex.
I beg your pardon, Lord Captain. That was no way for a navigator to conduct herself. Please forgive me. I cannot even understand myself right now. Your words and attention have reminded me of life on the station, of Theobald and Felek. I do not understand. They were merely the keepers of Yurak 5. So why do memories of those two make me feel a strange heaviness here? At the same time, I find myself overwhelmed with new excitement and anticipation. At last, I have set foot outside my familiar walls, and into a world that I have only seen before in the pages of books. Your ship alone is a treasure trove of remarkable artifacts and curiosities. And just imagine the things that await beyond, but... My delight must seem childish to you, surely. In your heart, you must be finding all this quite amusing.
Yeah. Rex, you've been struggling whether or not to get this game? Makes sense. been holding off seeing if I wanted this game for a while, but then when the recent Skulls went up and started that, I had like this huge kick for Warhammer. I'm like, fuck, I need to play like a Warhammer game and such. And then I saw Rogue Trader being quite a few dollars off. And I'm like, you know what? I'll finally give this game a chance. So I decided to buy it during the Skulls sale. I understand where you're going through. My own life was turned upside down not too long ago. Yeah. But, yeah, I've been enjoying it so far. Though I only have roughly about 9 hours in this game, which for a CRPG is not long. It really isn't. But so far I'm liking it. There is so many builds you could probably do in this, but yeah.
Indeed. I did not know. That is to say, I could not have known, as it is the first time we are speaking in a circumstance so private. My word, when I found this place, it was so full of officers. Why did they all leave?
Like I said, I'm enjoying this game, and yeah, though I admit the prologue might take a bit. I think it took me roughly about 4 hours. Though to be fair, my Psyker first ability she ever fucking used caused a Perils of the Warp and immediately spawned 2 demons into the fight and killed everybody. But that was just my experience. What am I gonna say? Here. There's a reason it happened, and I could probably show you later. But it's not because she was a psyker. She's a unsanctioned psyker. And that's very important. Oh yeah, you're more of a warrior kind of guy. Well, here's the thing. You can be both a warrior and a psyker, by the way. Because of how they set this, how they set up how the origins and archetypes and all that. I can show you in a bit after this talking, because this is a mandatory chat currently. Let's see. Perhaps my people did not wish to disturb you.
Or because my presence offends them. Then I must take my leave as well. I am due to inspect the Sanctum Navis after the communion ritual and prepare the chamber for the upcoming warp jump. Thank you for your company.
Okay. Before that, I see loot. Oh. That's some spice right. That's some spicy right there. But hold on. I'll probably read that in a moment. But let's see which. Okay. Yeah. So to better explain this, with every character you make, or it's such, you have a choice of a origin, your homeworld, and the archetype. For example, I went with the Arbites because I decided I wanted to like roleplay my Darktide character. because I enjoy the Archimedes class, and I went like a castigator origin. So I'm like this very debuff heavy guy. As to also add to that with my archetype. I don't remember if there's a way to like look at all the base archetypes, but there's quite a few. And let's see, good way to example. Albahard, there's a warrior archetype, very melee heavy. They want to be tanky, all that. But for example, and show her, she's a psyker, but her origin makes her a psyker. She's from the Forsaken homeworld, and her archetype is operative, which puts like a lot of these debuffs on people and such. But you can technically be a psyker and a warrior at the same time. That being said, though, the reason why she caused the perils of the warp is because she's a unsanctioned psyker. Which it makes her psychic ratings higher, but all psychic abilities used by this character have a 5% chance to trigger Perils of the Warp. And I did not realize this at all. So immediately when she casts her psychic, one of her psychic powers, she immediately Perils of the Warp, blows up, spawns 2 fucking plague bearers. And I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah, no, that's my experience and kind of why I'm slowly falling in love with this game. I do like it. But it uses the what's the people's called? Fantasy Flight. Fantasy Flight's game system where they use a D100. Yeah, 5% is wild. And here's the thing, I won't spoil this, but there is a way you could get a certain item like this where it permanently increases the psychic rating, but it also permanently increases their chance of paralleling the warp by 30%. Which is crazy. But alright, let me read this. Favorite mine. Valdo Myers. If you're going a gun build, you might want to be a soldier archetype. If hold on, I'll show in a moment. Oh yeah, no, this is how to romance your psyker. But let's see, there's also a sister of battle as when you're starting ones, but she's a good example of your gun person, a soldier archetype. I've kind of been leading her towards AoE kind of attacks, so the bolter she starts out with has this burst fire. Instead of like constantly shooting at one person multiple times, it's actually more AoE where it can hit multiple people in that burst fire. Yeah, how to romance your navigator psyker. Technically have 2 psychers. Oh yeah, this is the one that... This is the unsanctioned psyker. And she's a navigator psyker, which... She has some crazy abilities, not gonna lie, I think. So... Hold on. Getting my hotkeys. you have a lot of variety in stuff when it comes to the how you create your character. I'm only like level 6 or like party wise, and she has like crazy abilities. Like this one, whenever an ally gains an extra turn, gains a bonus to her willpower because she's also an officer. That's her archetype as well. Officers like buffing people and giving them extra turns. So the more extra turns she kind of gives, the more powerful her psychic powers will be, because the psychers use their willpower. And she has a crazy one. I think she has a crazy psychic ability called the Lidless Stare. Has unlimited range area effect cone. It does a lot of or does quite a bit of damage, it looks like. I hadn't tried it out yet, but this one seems crazy. Maybe. From what I heard, if you're trying to play on the higher difficulties, and if you're new, messing up your build could heavily affect you. But I am playing on normal, and I'm just bingoing what I felt like feels good to me so far. I admit, from what I hear from this game, there is a lot. But that being said, this is probably a good way to show to the bridge. If I remember right, there is a character to help you to respec. If I remember right, if you ever feel like your build's not there. It's this guy, if I remember right. Yeah, so I think you get at least one free respec for whatever your character. So, yeah. I would say, like, the only thing I think with builds, no matter what, and that's kind of what I've seen, don't try to probably become a jack of all trades, unless there's a character that has like a unique deal that makes it effective being a jack of all trades. But if you're going to stick with something, stick with it. I think that's like the best, because I was about to say, we're not Astartes, we're not Space Marines, we are normal human beings. If you want to be strong, you have to probably specialize in something. But, oh yeah, that reminds me, see, that was the first, I need to go back to the map. We were traveling this way. Oh, okay, hold on. Permission to report, Lord Captain. Members of the sacred cult operated aboard this ship have requested an audience. They wish to present gifts and introduce themselves to their new captain. What sacred cult? They call themselves Bloodspun Web. This cult defends the flagship from both internal and external threats. Lady Theodora held them in high regard and looks favorably upon their activities. Apparently not heretics, funny enough, question mark. I mean, there were heretics on the ship. I won't spoil the prologue too much, but we did have to deal with a few heretics. You know what? Let's see what they're about. I'm genuinely curious. Just trying to travel in space and everyone wants to talk to me. Oh, they're one of these type of cults. They're these type of cults. Okay. Welcome to Warhammer 40K. Those on deck watch it all as the final figure moves gracefully into ceremonial pose. Some of the officers whisper in excitement, while others murmur prayers to the God Emperor.
The Undying Emperor commanded us to spin a web of blood around his children, and we obeyed. We obey still.
They fall silent as a tall woman steps forward. She moves towards you soundlessly, the dim light casting shadow across the mask, which concerns her face, or conceals her face. English? Even though it's my first language? English? The masked cultists repeat the words in a mournful whisper. We obey still.
Domin von Valancius, death has whispered your name. We disown Domin Theodora. We renounce our oath to her.
Oh?
And now we give the gift of our blood to you. It is the gift of death. Death has whispered your name. The followers of the tenets of the web swear fealty to their new overlord and offer proof of their devotion. We give you a blade, the silent verdict. The Undying One has chosen you to wield this instrument of death. We give you one of our own, Kibella. She will be your shield and shadow. And we give you the blood of these traitors. The tenets of the web will purify their souls.
Okay, I'll read this in a sec, but yeah. I do remember some stories in Warhammer 40K where there are some cults in the Imperium that are probably even more crazier than the Sister of Battles. The Sisters of Battle, or the Dittus Sortus, if I'm saying that right. Oh, I probably butchered it. You've had... You know what? Hold on. Let me take a drink. Alright. You have heard many stories about the death cults, such as this one. They are these devoted, holy assassins of the Imperium have turned death into a form of worship of the Emperor. They are I can't speak. Slayers, invisible executioners, and scourge of traitors, heretics, and fallen souls. Many righteous people honor them as forays of the faith, while others see the fearsome rituals as frenzied spectacles touched by madness. Examine the cultists. The cultists are void-born. Their least truly bodies are clad in light armor, which allows them to move with acrobatic, nimble grace and strike with assassin's swift surety. Their red and black vestments are adorned with sharp spikes and ritual drill. Where time and training have worn their garments, their bore, you can make out patterns of bleeding lacerations. So, oh yeah, Rex, why do I have these people on your ship? Well, technically this has only been my ship for about a week. So, little spoiler for the prologue. A lot of shit happened. The previous owner died. And we just happened to have a small bit of inheritance because of the previous owner died. So now we own the ship. And it just so happens the ship has a few tenants that are just a little crazy. Just a little. The prisoners cower beneath the weight of their gaze. Blood drips down their tear-stained faces of the captive officers, technomats, and workers. A word has been carved into each of their foreheads with a meticulous precision. Traitor, heretic, apostle, renegade. The cuts have been diligently and regularly reopened to prevent healing.
These renegades committed treachery against their domin. Their lips once praised the name of Kunrad Voigtveer, but it is your name they will whisper as they cross over to the other side.
Interesting. So a death cult watches over my crew. They who honor the Emperor through killing, who devote their every deed to serving him. Sacred execution.
The Domin has discerned our essence. This is a great honor for the blood-spun web. We have woven the bays of this ship together with the threads of our faith for many years. We keep the greatest relic, his tarot, through which he sends us his blessed revelations. We obey the whispers of the Undying One. This is our service to him. This is our service to you.
His tarot. Probably one of the main practices, and actually kind of considered protected practice in the Imperium, is the tarot reading. Where psychers use tarot cards to read into the future. And it's actually probably one of the few practices in the Imperium that's considered protected in a way, if I remember right. Like, people don't like people going after tarot readers.
How interesting. Devout assassins who believe themselves to be instruments of a higher power. They revel in violence and cannot tell the difference between bloodthirst and piety. They follow their faith blindly, unaware of how closely they tread the corruption and depravity. Look at them. They stand on the edge of a precipice. The smallest push will send them plummeting into the abyss. You could be their downfall. All you have to do is push.
Alright, let's ask some questions.
The tenets of the web teach us to read the threads of the future and understand the hearts of others. When a soul is filled with the poison of corruption, we know its time has come. We bring liberation. 3 strikes, 3 rebukes, 1 blade. This is how we serve the Undying One. This is how we serve you and your flagship. But there are others. The virtuous martyrs who contravene his design without realizing it. Those who have come too close to faltering or committing an apostasy, but have not erred yet. We present such souls to the Undying One. Our laws and teachings, our philosophy and way of life, our art of combat and spiritual dogma. The tenets are the blood-spun web itself. Humanity owes its existence to the Undying Emperor's sacrifice. It is he who protects us from a darkness of terrors. Hence, each of us has a duty to serve him, and a duty to die for him. To act otherwise is to waste the life that has been given to us by the Undying One, to become a thief. We help others understand this. We help them to live and die righteously.
I find that accepting. I was about to say, I don't think I want these people's bad side, so honestly. Tell me about yourself. Are you the leader, Webb, or it's Harold, or it's Serpent?
I am the second spinner of the blood-spun web. The honor of this title is bestowed only upon those who have ushered more souls than... It is shameful to speak of one's own deeds. I'm here to become your shadow, not to make boasts.
Why have you brought this rebel to the upper decks?
So you may offer the souls of these traitors as a gift to him. You have the authority to order their execution. Their blood will bind us together through him. For the God Emperor, the Undying One, is death itself. The Undying One is duty itself. Give the order, Domin. Let a spinner of the blood-spun web undergo the test of a sacred trial.
Ooh, okay. Give weapons to the traitors. It's time for Kimbella to prove herself. I will judge the traitors myself. I'm curious what she does. So, you know what?
A dagger that has not sliced through sinew is nothing more than a toy. Let the final dance begin.
Your Emperor won't save you!
Welcome his embrace.
Repent or perish!
Kimbella is has a remarkable background. A death cult assassin, she has a special ability called Raining Blood. When used, it causes the target of Kimbella's next melee attack to explode in a burst of blood, covering the floor and any enemy behind the target. The affected enemies suffer additional damage. Could also use a special throwable consumable called a blood vial to spill even more blood on the battlefield. Blood for the blood god? Wait, what? Kimbella is a blade dancer. Blade dancers are incredibly skilled sword fighters who can devastate enemies using two special attacks: Blade Dance and Death from Above. The Blade Dance ability allows Blade Dancers to make several light strikes against random adjacent targets. If there is one adjacent target, all the strikes are directed against the target. If two swords are equipped, the Blade Dancer deals significantly more strikes. Death from above allows a Blade Dancer to swiftly leap to a selected cell and upon landing deal damage to all adjacent targets. This ability can be used multiple times per turn, but each use requires a charge to be spent. The Blade Dancer gains charges by killing their enemies. So they're mainly focused on weapon skill, agility, and strength. Weapon skills enhances their melee attack and defense and close combat. Agility increases their dodge and increases the number of blade hits. And strength increases the overall damage. Okay. Okay. What are their beards flying? Right. So
Trust me.
Oh.
As honor ordains.
Wait. Oh, it's a dex attack. Okay.
Death is a blessing.
The angel is silent.
Wait, and then
Trust me.
drop again. Okay, she's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, wait a minute. I could go on with this, can't I? Can't I?
I will be your end.
Your Emperor won't save you!
Okay, they're kind of spread out a bit now, but
As the tenets demand.
and then death.
I shall
here.
not fail. It brings me no pleasure.
Do I want to play that?
As honor or death is a blessing. I bring mercy and retribution. Killing brings me no pleasure.
She just
The
keeps on
shadows
going.
will death is a blessing.
Blood everywhere now. Oh, okay. Not voice acted. This one ain't voice acted. Hold on. A cut to the heart. A cut to the throat. A cut to the stomach. These wounds have been inflicted according to his pleasure. The blood of the apostles will wash away the stain of their treachery, so that their souls may prostrate themselves before the Undying One's throne and beg his forgiveness. I have acted with reverence and shown proof of my loyalty. Would you accept me, Dom Undying or Doming? Will you make me your shield and shadow? Your lordship, the spinners of the blood-spun web were watching, tracking, and killing Von Valancia's enemies long before the Warden of Trade passed to Lady Theodora. However, their blades have also known to cut short the lives of highly upstanding persons. The Factorum swallows nervously, casting a fleeting glance at Cabela. But I certainly do not in any way condemn the deeds of the deeply esteemed cult. I am sure they must have had a good reason. uh... you missed a lot, Rex. So our new companion has a few crazy abilities. The cultists are a scourge of the Stelladations. They bring unrighteousness to ruin. The enforcers respect the blood-spun web, for we share a common goal to bring his light and harsh justice to the deepest depths of the ship. Scourge of the Studios or not, folk are afraid of them for a reason. A couple of watches ago, these spinners took a train driver to pieces for some kind of ritual. I do not know what the old Malak did to earn the privilege, though, and who's going to feed his family now takes a drag of his own Lao stick, exhaling the thick smoke through his clenched teeth. But that's a lower decker problem. What's matter is the blood-spawn web serves you faithfully. Lord Cat. My predecessor's predecessor once delivered a sermon about how the spinners saved their vessel from the servants of the archenemy. The blood-spun web paid the price in blood, a river of scarlet that flooded the decks from bridge to bridge. I hope that I'm saying that right. They become the blood of the flagship, the pulse in its veins, and the beat of its heart. Their great sacrifice earned the favor of House Von Valencia. You will be my shadow, Cabela. As she removes her ceremonial mask, the dark shadow of her eyes accelerates the deathly pallor of her skin. She's covered in ritual scars. Henceforth, I am your shadow, Dom Undying Von Valencia. A instrument of death placed in your hand by the Undying One, the Emperor. And for so it was ordained, so his Tarot forespoke. I'm also bearing an invitation from Vizier of the Bloodspun Web. He wishes you to know that the doors of the Undying One's temple are open to you. Are you suggesting Lord Captain should go down to the depths of the flagship to search for this temple? With all this disrespect, the lower decks are for servants and crew. They're not fitting place for. Who is he is the first among us. The Vizier has spun the web of faith for 5-fold longer than I have. My mentor and teacher. Why has he not delivered the message himself? The first spinner is old. His abode is in the temple beneath the flagship's fault line, and he has not left the lower decks in decades. Even a short journey could sunder the spirit from his ancient body. Where is the temple located? I'm not privileged to say. If you wish to find the temple, you must walk the path of Saint Elnar, the monarch spider. Hers was the thread that should become the blood-spun web. Blech. Water. Our path begins deep within the flagship in the dark tunnels of the front line, and that is where yours will begin as well. This journey will bring you closer to the thread of the web, closer to the Undying One, and closer to the understanding of death. I hear the whisper of the Undying One. He awaits you. He calls you. Your time will come. Your blade awaits you. Instructions. We will speak again when the time is right. Oh yeah, I was about to show you, Rex, but yeah, no, that girl just murdered like 9 people in the span of 2 seconds. Because of Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, we get her, and she's already starting out. But, yes. This girl's a little crazy because of her archetype, it looks like. Her origin, Death Cult Assassin, but her archetype, Blade Dancer. Basically, they're very agile. They jump around, and the more they kill, the more they like get out of it. It looks like. That, yeah, for this Death and Above is a little crazy. As wherever they land, they'll deal damage to all adjacent enemies. It does not provide an attack of opportunity. This ability can be used multiple times per turn, but each use requires a charge to be spent and inflict 1 stack of short out of breath on the Blade Dancer at the next turn. They gain a charge for each time they kill a target. You got all the goth baddies. Not wrong. Oh boy, okay. Anytime a talent uses fellowship bonus. Instead use intelligence bonus. Bloody mess. Anytime a board-born character scores a critical hit, there's a 10% chance to double the damage. Ooh. Using non-damage ability on an ally grants the ally the ability to reroll any failed attack, dodge, parry, or groundless. Cheats. All creatures, including enemies, and others. Just a flesh wound. Voidborn characters have a 20% chance to survive after suffering lethal damage and surviving with 1 wound. Okay. A creature with blood blessed. Oh, okay. These are origin talents, I think. Blood blessed or bloodstain effects grants 1 stack of this effect, whether raining blood is inflicted against. Trying to number. Okay, yeah. Okay. More stacks of either or. Dance of blood. Okay. Each time the Death Cult Assassin parries or dodges attack, all enemies with the bloodstained effect suffer +1 to this effect. Okay, doesn't seem bad. A creature with blood blessed or bloodstained effect gains +1 stacked of this effect whenever bleeding, burning, or toxin is inflicted. Ooh, okay. Okay. These are mainly common stuff. Like proficiencies and stuff. Okay. Yeah, so like depending on like talent and such, sometimes you can get all the talent, or because I think it's like once you like pick one from their origin, you then have to pick one from their archetype and all that. I'll check the sword in a actually, you know what? I'll check it right now. Though my character doesn't exactly use swords. Silent. It is a two-handed weapon. Light. Death Cult weapons gain the following: minus 8% to target's parry, plus 2% to the wielder's critical hit chance for each attack they make. This bonus stacks. Ooh. That actually goes well with what I have for my character. So one of the features I have, Death Sentence. I inflict these stacks of Death Sentence. The more stacks there are, the higher chance of getting a crit, and their perception and willpower will go down. And under this effect, the more times they suffer damage, they get more Death Sentence. So I guess she could actually probably go well, or with that item. What does he have currently? Spinner's Blade. Oh, this also has that. Wait, oh, hold on. What does this use? It's their agility. Okay. Okay, what equipment? Okay, that's a lot of dodging, spinner. Okay. Do I want her to use that, or give her like a second sword? Because this is roughly the same as this, just more it's two-handed. Oh wait, this also has another attack. Brutal Strike. Ooh, that's... okay. You know what, I'll let her wield it for now. Actually, hold on. Does that... okay, it just mainly affects her parry there. So she has roughly 80% dodge, 20% armor, parry. Okay. Hard. Yeah, I want to keep that with him. Alright. Now, how am I going to level her up? Probably... let's see. 40... go even higher with that. Okay. That one there doesn't sound bad. That also sounds like that could get crazy if you spread a lot of blood. Blood! Lance of Thorns. Is there anything from common that I think would be decent? That doesn't sound too bad, but I also feel like I should just try to go hard and not give it. Oh, dual wield weapon combat. The character can attack with the second weapon and their current weapon set in addition to their usual one per round. This attack suffers a minus 20 penalty to weapon skill, Elixir skill plus. It costs plus 1 more. Okay. What is this? Okay, oh yeah, I should probably... So, she starts with Death Warden. Medicare is now determined by weapon skill instead of intelligence. The Blade Dancer deals critical damage and can use medikits as a medikit skill. Okay. She also starts with Death Waltz. Blade Dancer uses Death from above against a target without spending a charge, immediately making a melee attack against the enemy. The Blade Dancer repeats this combination up to 3 times against a random available targets. If it's impossible to use Death from above, the Blade Dancer only makes a melee attack against a random available target. I'm already kind of thinking of this, giving her dual wielding. Or is it dueling? Oh wait, whoa, hold up. Plus 15% to parry? Oh? Wait, what's her parry? Already 60. Oh. Wait. That just sounds good. Because I think we can even increase that even further with weapon skill. Because we're number 8. Yeah, it uses per parry. So we can go a little crazy with the parry. Which later will probably go more into the blood. So because of that water ability she got. Actually, we can probably get it, right? Or oh wait, oh no, hold on. We can choose an ability. Let's see. Immediately returns to the cell where they started. This movement does not provide attacks of opportunity. Uses death from above this turn. This movement repeats use. Oh, costs 8 wounds to use. The Blade Dancer selects an ally. Until the end of combat, attacks made by the Blade Dancer against enemies who have already attacked that ally gains 15% crit chance, critical hit chance, and 28% critical damage. I guess that would be really good in like playing that on Aluhard since he's our tank. Oh, another one that uses HP. Oh, there's going to be a lot of, like, HP, sounds like. Oh, boy. Are we going to need a healer? Because we technically don't really have a healer. Meh? We have a medic. We don't really have, like, anyone that heals. Like, without much cost, I should say. We have a consumable healing. This not person with abilities to heal. Until the beginning, they can dodge area attacks without moving or immune to all types of force movement, gaining 20% parry against. Ooh, more parry. Can even parry. They can even parry range attacks made from that side. The chance to parry a range attack is calculated in the melee attack for the weapon skill. Interesting. Blood Oath. Another one that uses 8 wounds. Targets a single enemy, vowing to dispatch their mark. The Blade Dancer's next attack against the selected enemy cannot be dodged or parried. If the attack kills the target, the Blade Dancer regains wounds and gains additional AP along with the additional attack this turn. Ooh. This ability can be used multiple times per turn, but it grants +1 AP and 1 additional attack only once per round. Oh, that sounds good. That captive audience. Oh. Next attack inflicts bleeding on all targets hit. These targets must pass a toughness. All enemies immobilized by captive audience count as full cover for the Blade Dancer and their allies. Okay, that also doesn't sound bad, but I'm kind of leaning on Blood Oath, because if she's gonna have like a lot of abilities that take away her HP, having at least one ability to heal herself actually does not sound bad. Yeah, let's go with that. And what was it that she uses? Medicate? Yeah, Medicare. So, yeah, the more Medicare she has, the more damage she'll kind of do. Okay, okay. Okay, yeah, she sounds crazy. Oh yeah, the one I got dueling. Okay, it just gives additional parrying. Okay. Okay, so no matter what she's like wielding, like it's not one of those things. Alright. Alright, so let's kind of run through what we have now. So my character, he is an officer castigator, bringing justice with a shotgun. He also has a las, which is basically long last, which is basically sniper, but mainly uses shotgun, and he will order people around as he's an officer. Cabela, a crazy sword lady we just obtained, and I'm pretty sure she's going to go crazy. Albahard, he is our tank. We haven't exactly found a shield for him, but he's already pretty armored up, barely takes any damage. His abilities, I went with thick skins and hardened scales. Then Ardera, our unsanctioned striker, who's also an operator, put in a lot of stacks of exploit on people. She's also a divination psyker, so she'll be putting like dodge and parry on people. So so she'll even have even more parry. Argetta, our sister battle, does a lot of AoE. Yeah, wanting her to do like more AoE, shoot a lot type of deal. And then lastly, Cassia, our navigator psyker, who is also an officer. She'll also be kind of giving buffs to our allies, with also the addition of causing problems to the enemy by doing psychic damage. That is currently our retinue currently. Alright. Now, before any more eruptions, can we please go to the planet? Ah! Lord Captain, sorry to disturb you. It's pandemonium outside the bridge gate. One of our officers seemed to be demanding an audience with you in person. I think I hear Master Reberson's voice. In any case, I wanted to warn you in advance. I just want to go to the planet. Come on. Okay, give me. Looks like I'm gonna have to be reading more. Hold on. Yeah, the side quests come to me. I don't go to the side quests; they come to me. This is not the conduct of an officer. These are the antics of a high-born Brett Brett out on a lark. Explain yourself, Lieutenant. I apologize, sir, but I must speak to the Lord Captain. Very well, Lieutenant. You may address the Lord Captain, not least because I see you have already seen fit to disturb him. Your unauthorized appearance on the bridge and display of belligerence towards a high-ranking officer will be logged on your personal file without delay. Lord Captain, Lieutenant Avrela Vent, requiring permission to speak on a matter of extreme importance and urgency. Alright. You may speak, but I want to hear a report and not a shouting match. Having two officers bickering in view of the bridge is unacceptable. I am sorry, Lord Captain. I thought that drastic times call for drastic measures. This matter cannot wait any minute now. An assault unit will be dispatched to the lower decks on orders to crush worker strikes by any means necessary. I am convicted that the step is unwarranted and that the crisis itself was unprovoked by the actions of one of the senior officers. Abelhard, in no hurry to intervene, lets out a skeptical huff. He glances at Sonderbeck, who's standing not far from him. She maintains a stony expression. Lord Captain, I urge you to investigate the actions of Seneschal Wintersor to intervene in what's happening on the lower decks, because very soon there will have a mutiny or a massacre on hand. There is a insertion in the making aboard my ship, and no one has informed me. It... oh no. Hoppenberg, I say! I would not deem it a problem worthy of the rotator's attention. The lower decks, as it so happens, are a revolt 30-some years ago. Wait, what? We even had a revolutionary leader rise up who dared to establish workers' rule across the entire ship. It took a month to restore order, but even 8 years later, we are still battling rumors that the hero had survived his execution and was on the verge of gathering people to fight against tyranny once more. Needless to say, the rumors were baseless, as the current situation we have sufficient enforcers to deal with. But on this ship, the word of the Lord Captain carries more weight than a salvo from 100 bolters. I'm sure that if the rogue trader addresses the malcontents directly, he will quell the unrest. I dread to think what problem you will disrupt the rogue trader with next. Perhaps you will ask the Lord Captain to break up brawls in the mess room. I have already given you the means to resolve the problem. You simply need to use them. If I may, your lordship, sending a hit squad to crush a rebellion is a means of ignoring the problem, not solving it. This is the part of where I wish there were voice actors. Well, there is voice acting in this game. It's just not all of it is voice acted. How did this How did all this start? The situation could boil over any minute, so I'll give you the condensed version. It all began when the enforcers found a cultist amulet on the body of someone who had been killed in a drunken brawl. We reported up to the chain immediately, arranged for a cleansing rite to be performed, and opened a investigation. No heretics have been found alive, but the search has brought tensions between the enforcers and workers to a head. Where does the Seneschal come into all of this? I shall explain. He's Abelhard's the Seneschal. Just strap him to an engine. Time is running out. I will not hurry, since my compliance is under scrutiny. I shall speak for as long as I see fit. There is an established order to the way things are done on this ship, and one of the pillars of that system is that of the rogue trader's attention is not to be distracted by trivial matters. It is the Seneschal's role to ensure that I have always handled internal problems myself. So, of course, when I received information about the cultists hiding on the lower decks, I took matters in hand. So long as I live, not one of the vermin who murdered Theodore von Valencia will find refuge on her ship. Oh boy. Okay, hold on, sorry. I need to itch my foot. Okay. You're far too heavy-handed, Seneschal. Westernian. Arrests, interrogations, mass punishments for the entire sectors? It's driven people to the brink. Now there's a strike on the lower decks, and Depot 4 to be precise. 3 workers' clans are involved, but many more are passively supporting them. The situation could degrade into an all-out insurgent, but when I reported my concerns, the only response I received was an order to dispatch a assault unit and crush the strike with maximum force. Let's ask what Depot 4 is. Depot 4 is one of the poorest sectors of the lower decks. It is home to clans of general laborers. They are not as valuable to the ship as the families who have served in specialized systems for generations. They are in easily replaceable resources, and which is now, more besides, giving succor to cultists and minions of the arch-enemy. Depot 4 is poor and troubled, but at worse, that means drunken fights and illegal rot gut brewing. We have handled the workers of Depot 4 in the past. We would have done so again if the crackdown on Depot 4 hadn't been so harsh. And another important point to bear in mind, the problem is not limited to this sector. It's located on one of the most populated lower decks, and everything that's happened there has a knock-on effect on all the neighboring sectors. Abelhard, what do you have to say about all this? I see no need to add anything. I acted within the remit of my authority, guided exclusively by the best interests of your protectorate and your personal safety. If you wish to confirm the reluctance of my actions for yourself, I have no objections. For my part, I urge the Lord Captain to go down to the lower decks, stop the assault unit, and speak directly to the people. You will see that they are not lying or harboring heretics. That way, you will stop the uprising before it begins. Okay. To probably not sound like a complete slap in the face, I guess I'll go with this. I am certain the Shinasol was acting within his authority, but I will verify the soundness of his decisions for myself. Throne preserve you, Lord Captain. I will thank you for your support. That I escort. I do not mind you escorting me. You are my tank. You will use your body. We're unable to handle the situation, which led to your and Shinisol's involvement. I'll consider it my duty to go to deport myself and see the exhibit resolution of this instance. Yeah, let's go. We go with everybody. Let's get it on. Oh. Holy shit. Abahar reflexively wipes the sweat from his brow and his startlingly human gesture and a telling one. A rare moment where he allows his age and wariness to show through his armor-like veneer of self-assurance. The lower decks are a source of endless problems. Sometimes I deeply regret that we cannot replace all the locals with servitors. Did you hear? They were shouting your name. Durati! Of course, they were. The organization of my daily routine life of the ship rests upon my shoulders. A mountain of challenge and problems from which I endeavor to insult, I can't speak, Lord Captain. The situation on the lower decks have cause for concern, and I have not intervened personally on more than one occasion. That must be why they remember me. They do not know your face. To them, you're akin to a legend, one that once stood on the steps of the Golden Throne, no less. Whereas I am the man whose name is attached to every order, docketing ratchets or lowering a bay's heating. Let's keep moving. We need to get to the bottom. Oh yeah. Let me... Okay, you don't need to be in the front. You... Her should be in the front. And then... Just put myself in the middle. 2 sectors in the back. Okay. Just looking around first.
I still do not see our purpose in coming here.
Relax, old man. Going for a stroll on the lower decks every once in a while is good for you. Lets you see how the simple folk live.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
we go this way.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Oh. The sounds of a heated discussion reverberate through the ship's bays. Lieutenant Arella Vance of the ship's forces is bearing the path of her superior, Master of Arms, Dragoska Servac, who has arrived in cladded armor. Judging by their expression and tone, the standoff has dragged on some time already, and it has now reached the boiling point. Lieutenant Vent, my patience is wearing through you. I have given you an order. Now get out of my way. Hold on. I cannot comply with that order, ma'am. This is my deck and my sector. So long as the area remains under Lord Captain's special oversight, no action can be taken without my his permission. There's only 3 people who had authorized... Fuck, sorry. There's a fly in my room and I'm about to kill it. Who are authorized to make me stand down. The first officer, the rogue trader, and the Emperor himself. So not all my lessons fall on deaf's ear. He does not clarify whether he means Bent, Charlottesville, looming over her, or both. Your lordship. What is the situation? Your lordship, my people have locked down the bay where the strikers are, including their leaders. We have the situation under control as resources allow. Under control, Lieutenant, I came here to lead an investigation unit, and what do I see? The rabble is on the verge of mutiny. There is nothing to investigate. This simply calls for immediate repressions and firing squads, and yet you, Vent, are a step away from facing charges yourself. I want to speak to the strikers. Right, you are, Lord Captain. Allow me to wish you good luck.
Keep your wits about you.
Guess he kind of a weird spot to kind of look for it. Okay. A dozen pairs of eyes stare abruptly at you. The people before you, typical inhabitants of the lower decks, you take in their simple clothing, crude weapons, and faces that display varying levels of mutation, from barely discernible to the strange, to outright grotesque. Okay, I'm guessing these 3 are the leaders. Ribbit. A whisper passes through the crowd, and you detect a mixture of fear, astoundment, and joy of their actions. Finally, 3 people break away from the crowd. An elderly woman and 2 men. These must be the leaders. They bow clumsily before you. Lord Captain, you come down to us? Tell me what is troubling you. Why are you striking? All we do in it is asking questions, saying what we think. Shut up, Ribbit, snaps the old woman who turns her hostile dark eyes on you. Here's the deal, your lordship. You damn enforcers are all over us down here. They say they're looking for cultists. One wrong move and they're reaching for the batons. If they want to punish someone, they turn off the heating the whole base for a week at a time. So we get sick and freeze. In my clan, 2 little ones died from inflation in their lungs, all because of those damn enforcers. Argenta does not interrupt the workers, but you see the sadness well in her eyes. When the children's deaths are mentioned, she quietly whispers a requiem prayer and makes signs of herself. It's all true. Bent is the only enforcer who stood up for us. It's clear as day, who had a mother from the lower deck and who grew up in midships and has no fellow feelings toward us. Your lordship, we're no villains here. We're honest workers, your servants. We plotted no disorder. We went on strike openly, and now we got guns pointed at us. All we're doing is asking to be allowed to work in peace without being harassed. The persecution started a boss of nothing, you say. I was told that one of you was found in possession of a cultist animal, and there are heretics hiding here. If it was something evil or forbidden, we sure didn't know. The enforcers just said they were looking for heretics among us, and anyone who disrupted their investigation would be punished. But how could there be heretics here? We know our own people. There are no new faces. Definitely not, and if there were, we'll be the first to report them. And as for the amulet, or whatever it is, they took it off a dead body. There were no cultists still breathing on our sector, that's for sure. But when the fight broke out, some aspiring folks looted the bodies. The boots they came back with, no one ever treaded these decks in boots so fine. I can tell you that. Seems to me those cultists have better commanders than us. Oh yeah? Those boots were really fine, and there were no harm in taking them, right? As for the amulet, it is more pocketed by someone who didn't know any better. We don't need any amulets, Serpent. We all worship the Emperor, and when we are working, we bow down before the machine spirits of the large and small transformers and the servo motor. In the same way my grandfather was taught 100 years ago by a tech cruise who came calling. Leave us, Your Lordship. We are people of faith. My children, weren't you taught at an early age about the dangers of the arch-enemy's creations? Weren't you warned that any unfamiliar object could be one of them? We were told, Holy Sister, but it was long ago. The last time we saw the Confessor in our sector, it was just after I had my 3rd little one. That is regrettable, but you cannot lay the burden of leading a wretch's life on the shoulders of the Holy Fathers. Who will you blame when the beasts crawl out of those amulets you stole from the heretics? The Holy Father who was not there, or the Savitor who brought evil down on himself and his neighbors? Abelhar, do you have anything to add? I authorize the use of all necessary measures to locate chaos warbishers hiding in this sector. The steps taken by the officers were not reported to me. Abelhar frowns, clearly distraught of having to explain himself. The work is present. Nonetheless, I am certain their actions were justified. Cultists are no drunken stevedores. They are the enemy and a threat to the ship. Neutralizing them demands decisive action. Sarvak, was it really necessary to torture these people with cold? The rebel understand one language, Lord Captain, that of violence. As per regulation, should the laborers persist in their unwillingness to cooperate, the next step is limiting air supply and cutting off water, which is almost certain to restore order. The peasants can garble all they want, but in the end, they are the source of their own misery. All they have to do is bow their heads and follow the line. What changes do you want? Would you look at this? The itself is asking us Bilgerets what we want. Well, here's what we want you to rein in your damn enforcers, to quit turning off the heat, and stop battering everything that moves. No, that's not it. We want the enforcers gone from here, and we want to be armed. Give us arms, and we are govern ourselves. We defend ourselves if these cultists do show their face. I've been leader of my clan for 20 years now, and getting rid of these club-wielding thugs can only improve things around here. You've gone too far, old man. There will never let the maggots on the lower decks live without the enforcers breathing down their necks. They'll probably even assist on enforcers on the upper decks too. As for weapons, what do we need them for? Before the first day's out, we'll have someone shooting their neighbor as stupidity or drunkenness. You don't need that. If the enforcers stop harassing us, that'll be enough. In return, we'll find the scavengers who robbed the cultists' bodies. We'll talk to them, one lower decker to another. If there are any more of those damn amulets around, we'll hand them over to the enforcers ourselves. You speak for yourself and your clan. I speak for me and mine. I do not want empty gestures. I want real change. They promised us the world now, but as soon as the Anointed One turns his back, these brutes will be on us harder than before. All because we dared to speak out. Spreading anarchy on the ship is the first step towards embracing chaos. Putting weapons into untrained hands would be even worse. What's more, enforcers are needed to maintain oversight and order. Withdraw those bands and we consider the rest. Listen, the Lord Captain himself has come down to us and is offering condolences. And I don't know a single person in the whole Depth 4 who ever stood next to a rogue trader, let alone talk to them. Back down. There's no time for you to be a stubborn old crone. Listen to us, old man. The 3 clans of Depot 4 ought to act as one. We made our minds up. It's your turn to decide. Don't ask them to disband the enforcers or give us weapons. We don't need it. You two are ganging up on me. Is that it? So brave you're against an old woman, but I'll shut up. I will indeed. I won't go against 2 clan leaders on my own. You want to make peace with the enforcers? Make peace. That's great. Just fantastic. That's Abelhar. Story about going scavenging for boots and accidentally picking them doesn't convince me. These people are moments away from rebelling and possibly becoming minions of the Archer. We must not give them what they want, even if they did something purely out of their own stupidity, and does not mean they are not tainted. What begins as petty thievery can turn into far graver problems. I have seen it before. Abelhar's face darkens. In my second war, there was a sergeant in the Imperial Guard regiment that stationed nearby. The sergeant took an ordinary pocket knife from the body of a heretic, and his whole unit lost their lives for it. When they finally managed to break into the barracks, they found not a single survivor. Only the pocket knife, which had grown through all the rows of the beds like a metal choking vine. So, when it comes to scavengers, malcreants, strikers, or whatever they turn to next, my verdict is simple. Give them no quarter. Master Arms, where do you stand? Give the rebel a Grox and they will take an aggro. They only understand brute force and any sufficient sign of weakness. getting them weapons, and recalling them the forces for the evolving. I'll go with 3. Okay.
Is there money to be made?
Let's see. Oh. I have an urgent matter to discuss with the Lord Captain. Please give us a moment. Well, are you pleased with your investigation, Lord Captain? You kowtowed into disloyal rabble. You believe their lies and showed them leniency. Next time the ship is attacked by cultists, that rabble will welcome them in open arms and allow them to wreak whatever havoc they like because they see you as a weak leader. Is that how your future at the helm of Von Lisa portrait? Ooh, what to say? Oh. Well. Let's talk about your role in all this instead. You allowed this revolt to happen. Your actions practically guaranteed it would. I would have handled the situation myself had you not decided to be. Remember, Lord Captain. Remember, Lord Consigliere. Do you think she ever set one foot on the lower decks? No, she did not. Such matters were left to myself, junior officers, while she dedicated herself to the grand designs for the pact. Any true strategist and rogue ought spend more time on traveling matters. She wouldn't have wounded up dead. There is a new Lord Captain aboard her ship now. In new protocols in the midst of crisis. And I lost my temper, Lord Captain. I believe I ought to explain myself. The prosperity of the Fawn Valencia Protectorate is just not an empty phrase to me. I left the Imperial Navy for the chance to see it flourish. It was the most momentous decision of my life. I did it because I saw the Lord Captain Theodora's deeds, the sign of true greatness. The rogue traders do not simply forge new routes and capture planets. They create order out of anarchy. The creative impulse was entirely lacking during my time in the military. So, I left behind everything I've known, everything my family had known. I've come from a long line of officers, and I embarked upon this incredible, reckless venture. Lord Captain Theodora entrusted me with all the concerns she had no time for. She would go off on her flagship for long periods to distant frontiers on scouting voyages, and the advancement of the entire protectorate rested on my shoulders. And then suddenly, everything had been built over years and years began to quake, rattling like a flimsy hanger on a similarly active world. Seismic. One of the senior officers betrayed us all. The rogue trader was killed. And who knows what's happening on the planets. I tell you this honestly, without fear of appearing weak. All this has come to a grievous blow to me. I am not panicking or grieving because I cannot allow myself to panic or grieve. I am duty-bound to aid the new rogue trader and to you, to find your footing as quickly as possible. To do that, I must install you from the problems that in the past have been dealt with and tried and tested procedures set on the ship's regulations. Procedures that were established long ago and to function smoothly for decades cannot suddenly be deemed access to the requirements. Okay, there's a lot here, so give me a moment. Don't get sassy with me, Hallard. You need to learn. I think one is where to go. Theodora's trusted and established protocols, and she died. I won't make the same mistake. If you want to keep building the future of the Fawn Clancy Practice with me, stop living in the past. Or, yes, Lord Captain. Your resolve is admirable and demonstrates strong leadership. I'll remember this moment, should old habits ever begin to creep back. And now, please, let us leave the lower decks. If the rogue trader desires to stretch his legs, there are far more suitable places. There's a lot of arguments that you can probably say with that one. Like, I don't think there's too much of a wrong answer. All I know is, and just because of personal experience, and from the many stuff I know, giving people a step can go a long way. So that's just my personal opinion, and from experience I've seen personally. Alright. Now, for the love of the Emperor, for the love of the God Emperor, can we please go to the planet? Finally! Okay. Holy crap. The starport greets you with din of ordnance and the smell of explosives tickles your nostrils. It's difficult to tell through the smoke who's firing at who. Halt, weapons on the ground or I'm firing. A man torn in dirty uniforms hobbles towards you behind the truckle of recent and crumpled plat steel. Crackles helmet. Sergeant Malgar. Alright, so our scars are in lockdown. The rebels are shooting down anything that flies, and you lot just so happen to land on our rear without a scratch to show for it. And on a shuttle like that, where did you get that? Stolen from the palace, isn't it? Grab them, lads. We got ourselves a rebel landing. By the Holy Throne, what is this mess? They're in a rough spot, old man. Go easy on them. I am Rogue Trader, Von Valencia. Give me a status report this instant. My mistake, sir. At once, this starport is under control of the governor's wardens. Perimeter commander is Sergei. Oh, A frag grenade explodes, cuts off the rest of the sergeant's work. Shrapnel flies everywhere with a piercing screech. One of the soldiers falls to the ground, clutching the remains of his forearm, and is now adorned with crimson tanners. Blood is pouring down the stump, and the soldier's agony is short-lived. The sergeant curses and hastily says the army prayer for the dead. With a raspy cough, the sergeant said, "Pardon me, sir. Sergeant Last Malgar reporting. My unit is holding the starport on the governor's orders." What is going on here? Odd arrests, sir. Odd rebellions in both the capital and the provinces. First, lower levels sparked, and then it went up in the spires. They hit the fox hubs, the arsenals, the mag trade stations. Then Bellic tore off his mask precisely because he knew about the trouble on Ryan's Minoris. He knew that none of our allies would come to our aid. You may continue your report, peasant. Continue your report, peasant. My unit was here when it all went to Crocs. The tech priests linked to the satellites reported sightings of strange forward ships in the system. They're orbiting the star until one of them set off course for landing on a right card, Majoris. The governor took precaution measures in order to increase security at key facilities. Everyone knows that whenever something's not right, you better double the warden details. The alarm was raised and we were sent to secure the starport. It's the only reason we were able to hold it. They are crushing us. Oh, apparently I was late to arrive on Rykad Minoris. I wonder why. The scumbags. It took a whole turn since the last reinforcements came in. We're running low on ammo. Every other fighter is wounded. I don't know how bad it is in the streets, but they drive us out of here any minute. Who are you anyways? Sergeant Les. Sir, 8th generation loyal soldier of House Winterscale. Oh, the other rogue trader. Right, there's like another like rogue trader, or another rogue trader has like a claim of this system, and I'm pretty sure it's House Winterscale. Awarded 3 commendations for faultless service ever since the olden days. His lordship of the rogue trader has recruited soldiers and shipwrights of the righteous Minoris, so there is no greater honor for a Ricordian than serving his lordship with indulgence. What has caused this rebellion? Ill thought, sir. We've fallen on hard times. The ground keeps shaking. These things keep exploding. The people are scared. They've forgotten all about their duties. And that when those, if you forgive me, preachers came, they started riling everyone. Sure enough, we shot a few, but they were just keep coming and coming, more of them. You're doing fine work, Malgar, and so try to up morale a bit. It's people like you who hold the Imperium together. I like to sieve. Some dirty dog nearly shot down my shuttle. Firm, your lordship. It's all those damn rebels. Those maggots somehow got their hands on anti-aircraft batteries, and it's causing our lordship, our shuttles, no end of trouble. Oh, that thing really packs a punch. You're lucky they missed you. I seen them fry 2 shuttles carrying reinforcements, not a soul survived. Do you happen to know if a member of the institution has come here? I don't know, sir. There are definitely haven't been any visitors like that on my watch. Might require headquarters, your lordship. I'm going to go see the governor. If I may report, sir, as long as the rebels keep shooting their damn goddamn fly, I'm about to... There's absolutely no way to shuttle you to the governor. It would be on foot, and the streets are dangerous. I have no one to send with you as an escort. I'll assign all available troops to accompany the esteemed tech priest to the governor. I will foxcast orders to them and wait for you, and I'll inform headquarters they better send out a convoy to meet you halfway. Meanwhile, we'll follow the governor's orders and hold the line. You're a good soldier, but you got a lot of blood on your hands, both yours and others. You know, the same hand that salutes now might falter in the darkness. Rank and really won't save you from the bitterness. Alright, oh yeah, the unsanctioned psyker. She's mainly a divination psyker. So she kind of like sees into the future. But a lot of the words that come out, you have to interpret it. Pardon me, my lady. I can't get my head around these fancy words you're saying. I've seen plenty of blood, but trust me, I'll fight until the last drop. Is the path ahead dangerous? What exactly awaits me there? All of our roadblocks are gone. The whole place is in rebel hands. The city is almost lost. So, no help will come. We're surrounded by rebels, and watch your steps, sir. The streets are chock full of mines. Logic test succeed. More XP. His remark about mines lodge itself into your memory. More than anything, you will need to watch the ground and not your surroundings. You'd rather risk a shot from a rebel or a jittery soldier than experience a few handfuls of lethal frag shrapnel resting on top of some 300 grams of explosive. What tech priest? A very important person from the Adeptus Mechanicus arrived on the last shuttle before they locked down the sky. He kept on asking whether anyone by the name of Emirate or Amarnat or something like that had recently arrived. Barely answered any of our questions, though he said he was under no obligation to tell us anything. He demanded to talk to the governor personally, so I had to send a quarter of my troops with him to keep the trouble at bay. You're a good soldier, Malgar. I'll see that your heroism is noted. I live to serve. Sly release, he turns to his soldiers and spits out a booming series of commands. Rumors. On your travels, you hear many rumors. Some of them serving of rogue traders' intentions are logged in separate sectors. Sometimes rumors are just that. Other times, they're truth to them. In some cases, there may even be more to verify a rumor. While traversing the Cronus Expanse as a rogue trader, you're bound to hear rumors regarding your own deeds and exploits, some of which reflected the reaction of the Expanse, the citizens to choices you made. Wait, okay, so... Okay, so I guess because I went for the navigator station first, this situation got worse. Because I know this game goes a little hard when it said, like, your choices matter. I'll do a save here. Gotta be half fair.
I always keep my options open.
I felt like I was cooking more by the side quest than anything. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Why is it always like this? You in the front. Wish there was a way to save this, like, formation. No, that's... Nope. Put the decently, actually, tanky people in the front. Be in the middle. And the psychers in the back. Because they're kind of squishy. You know? Or at least these psychers are. Don't mind me, I'm looting bodies.
How vast the sky is. It is no wonder that mutiny broke out here. How can order be maintained in a place without compartments or bulkheads?
I would argue that it is not the size of the territory, but the competence of the governor that matters. Ugh, he did not even send a proper cortege to meet us.
I'll make an example out of you!
Oh, okay. Cassie is an officer, and your shit's a navigator. Oh, okay, that's what that does? Oh boy. Fellowship, yada yada. Yeah, kinda... Alright. Let's always move. I always kind of put him in the front. Actually, probably. I think it should be fine. Wait, who's the first one to act? Okay. And then, let's see. Let's put myself here. I can't really go too many places. So put her there. Her there. Cassie's there. And then... Can she not move? Okay. Kind of weird. Out of all the people, I can't move her. Interesting.
Let's make it quick. Hold on.
Okay.
Out of my way.
Also, did that guy, like, give all of them? Okay. Interesting. Alright. Let's see. I think let's put her down. let's not use that. And let's give her bring it down. Oh, she does not have a lot of movement. I didn't realize that.
Trust me.
She kind of had a weird start at the start, so yeah. Okay, and she has a wide area attack. Okay, you know what? That's fine. Just to get her a bit closer. That's on me. Well, let's see. Let's see. Let's give you dissonance, and then let's just start blasting.
Should have thought twice before crossing me.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
They also apparently like friendly fire at each other, so
Patience has failed me.
Let's get to it.
Whispers. Call it
also
Be quick.
that's kind of a dick move. Okay. Let's do
At your
that.
beck and call.
And then taunting scream. I think this is the
I
most
will do my duty.
probably do there. And let's put
I've seen
here.
worse battles than this in my time. It will be done. One fewer target.
And then
At your beck and
there.
call.
Out of my way.
Yeah, no, keep doing that. Keep killing each other, please. Keep doing that. Let me give you a few applause. Oh, oh, he parried that. Okay. Also, ow. Okay. Let's see. Let's probably put one on her.
Was that you? Or
Oh, he's too far away, I think. Yeah, we
On it.
probably put him. Yeah, let's
Anything
do
else?
something big with him. And let's just keep her in the back because apparently she got lit up. Alright.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
There. What is this kind of looking like? Much as I want to kind of use this skill, it looks like she's just not in the best spot for that. So you know what? Let's get her. And let's see. I'm trying to remember what else she could do. Let's see.
Faith without devotion can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Who even taught you to fight like this?
Little risky, but you know what? Still works. Okay. And then, no cover there. This put her
Be
over
careful not to cross my
here,
gaze.
just in case. Then her. Let's see. Go. Let's do
I
it
will
here.
bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. I'll do it. Trust is a prayer.
We can't see those. Yeah.
None can escape
There we
the
go.
Emperor's judgment. As the Emperor commands, I act.
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
Who, if not me? I am ready for whatever comes.
He's out of range. They're out of sight. Good heroic act. But I might save it just in case. Oh, they can still see her. Good to know.
The witch has fallen. Leave her to rot.
Okay, so she's gonna catch us. And she'll be fine. Right.
My place is at the fore. It will be done.
That number was braced again. Oh yeah, more deflection. There. Oh yeah, this
Victory
is
is imminent.
Here we go.
Weather the storm.
If I may,
I will do my duty. Reduce to dust.
Doubt is for the weak.
Damn.
A dance of blades and shadows.
Let's get to it.
Let's make some opportunities. On it.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. Oh no. She's just unconscious, but out of range there. Oh wait, actually I can switch here. You can do a free switch.
Your end was inevitable.
There we go. And can I? He's out of range. Okay. Can he taunt him? No. Can he shoot him? Technically, yeah, but not a good chance. And yeah, too far for the charge, so.
It will be done. At your beck and call.
I must not falter.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Oh wait, no, I could've.
Rejoice in battle!
This goes against the tenets.
Let's make it quick.
I am so tempted to throw a grenade at this guy just to get him out of there. Oh wait, now it's still kind of line of sight there. Alright,
I'll make it happen.
problem is, still can't exactly get the movement points. I'm at least in range of death sentence, right?
My gut
Nope,
tells me
line of
it's a
sight.
bad idea.
So tempted to use like a this or heroic action just to
It will be done.
fight me!
Victory is target well.
Oh, there we go.
Onward!
And I like it how there's only a single person helping us. Out of all these people, only a single one helped.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
You. Could actually probably do something with that. No line of sight, but you can still shoot.
It will be done.
There you go. Get that double endure. Alright. Shoot him. Right in the face.
Strike is a
Thank
prayer.
you. And yeah, nope, she's up. She took a condition, which is crippled arm. Reduce weapon skill and ballista skill by -20. Which, yeah, would be kind of rough, but she doesn't exactly use that too much. Yeah, okay. Also, let's see, formation. Probably put her a little up more. That will help with deployment. Because, yeah, like, this problem with her, it seems like, is just getting her into
I always
the
have
battle.
a backup plan.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Time to loot. We need goodies. Wait, the dodge is really low. Interesting. I don't think I care for that armor. So collect.
Let us not dawdle.
Ooh, hello. Shock baton. Pushes them away. Not sure about this. Oh, whoops. I meant to put all that into cargo. Okay. It's cargo. I just wanted one mace. Just let's see some stuff. Let's add the cargo and add cargo. All right. First off, sadly, I don't think that affects anything, so honestly, probably keep that. For her, though, having a extra sword for dueling. Oh yeah, she actually gets more parry from that. Yeah, let's do kind of run like that a bit. Oh yeah, does yeah, the shock baton's technically better. It seems like. Cool on the shock model, but nah. Okay, so we can just put that back in the cargo. Suppose if I was running maybe a melee arbiter, The shock baton would probably be good, but I am not. I am more of a... I want to shoot someone in the face with a shotgun. Also... Oh yeah. There's probably more to loot. I also like to add, though I did kill a considerable amount, most of them were killed by friendly fire. On their own side. That's on them. Okay. Lore.
That's how it's done.
Written on the side shuttle. Do not touch a shipment ties to the blessed. Ooh, interesting. And then Commander's Cloak. Ooh, okay. What cloak do I have? Grip 5 for each. I might keep that because I do gotta get closer. For her, though, since she's also officer, that might be more for her. Now, the Iron Ring of Will. Whenever the wielder hits target with shield bash, double slug, mini shot, or gritzy. Okay, these are all from a shotgun. Shield bash. Okay. Interesting. I don't think, sadly, the shotgun I'm currently running has that yet, no. But this would look like something for arbitrary. They make a... Yeah, this would be good, but I currently just do not have the ability to use it, so...
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Folks, how about you don't come any closer and I don't shoot you? Oh, this guy's panicked. Game. I did not order any of that. They did that themselves. But I guess that's because they're crazy. Thank you, my lord. You're right in the nick of time. I don't know what these babbling creeps wanted with me, but it definitely wasn't anything good. A Lucky Jaspar. Lucky Jaspar, the governor's aide and personal fox operator. I was dispatched to the starport on special orders. And what exactly were you doing here on your own? Following Governor Maldez's special instructions, namely... Gritted his teeth. Alright, it's a secret. I'm a rogue... I could... Wow, I have all this, apparently. All 100%. Tell me! Whatever publisher you're afraid of, I can do worse things to you. You better start talking. I give up. No need to do anything to me. Please don't tell anyone, alright? Or the governor will make sure I'll be punished. So, why did they send you to this store? I'm supposed to deliver a updated Fox codes, and how should I put it, assess the situation. The planet is a real mess at the moment. The rebels have found their way into our Foxneck and are now eavesdropping. This made proper communications impossible. The hallowed dynamic equilibrium has sent out a dress call before it went dark. And who even knows what's happening in the system? There's been a riot in Rockefeller, the prison planetoid. The Eric Fee Station is silent, although the navigators there were always been a reclusive bunch. I was hoping I'd be lucky enough to run into a pilot or a captain here who could give me an update, but they hardly a possibility right now. The rebels are blasting anything that tries to land out of the sky with their damn cannon. Awareness. He stops talking a little too abruptly. More classified secrets. It's nothing classified, just personal. There's another reason why I'm here. My betrothed is missing. Raquel Franker, the esteemed Winterscale's personal pilot. Oh! Oh boy! When the riot reports came from Radelisville, Lord Abel headed there personally. Then this rebellion started down here, and we lost communication. No one knows how they're doing up there. You know what I'm afraid of? They'll come back and those rebel scumbags will shoot them out of the sky. I wanted to find a place that's high up, set a Foxcaster there, and send out a commission. The sky's close, don't try to land. But I didn't make it in time. Those blind dogs chased after me, and I was running. I tripped and broke the caster. I'm worried for her. She's an excellent pilot, but I still worry. This is why all members of Fortunate Clan share the same employment. No matter how devoted a servant emperor is to their duty, there's always the danger that family ties might disrupt regulations of the order. I see. Evanol Winterscale, the esteemed and honorable scion of the blessed road trader Caligar Winterscale and master of the radar system at the behest of his truest father or grandfather or uncle. Well, his illusory relative. Lord Elbal took residence on Ritus Minoris. You know what I think? I find it curious that blessed Caligaris didn't make him the ruler of our planet. Lord enrolls in his blood, but it's governor who rules us. Then why do you think he sent him here? I think he's been exiled. Do you think the governor can handle the rebellion? Well, obviously, I'm not some pessimist to say otherwise. I won't tell anyone. The joys of having a character who knows how to talk. You really won't? Well, then if you ask me, things are pretty rotten. Those rebels are strange. We would have easily quelled a normal raid. We're not some commoners, we're Dyrnians, the naval elite of House Winterscale, but those people, they're vicious. They know no fear. And their attacks, they're so precise, it's like they know what's going to happen ahead of time. The command said it executed 7 officers on the suspicion of espionage, but it's not about spying. They say the leader of the rebels is some two-faced Aurania who sees into the future. Now she's the real danger. She can see into the future, is that right? We'll see about that. She's up against the wrong psyker. My breezy whispers many a befag, but they're not failed me once. I can tell you without asking my eternal friends that our future doesn't look so bright now that the Lord Captain is involved. I'm looking for interrogator of the Inquisition who has been arrived on this planet. Have you heard of anyone matching that description? I have, but I don't know where he is now. I'm sorry, but I don't disclosing affairs. I have no more questions. I need a drink of water. It was my pleasure to be of service to you, my lord. It was nice to chat with someone normal. I shall take my leave. You're right, we shouldn't have stayed here. We might run into rebels. I'll go find a safe place and watch the sky for landing zones. May the Emperor protect you. Sorry, the warps get into me.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
He looks a little crazy. My eyes, my eyes. Have you got them? Please give them back to me. Even just one of them. Yikes. Okay. Oh, hold up. I don't like the look of this. And yet, nope. Hello. Let's see. Is there a way to...
I have a nose for profit and a taste for adventure.
I see the rebels there. Oh. Please tell me that's not online. If I were to shoot...
It's as good as done.
That works. And they none the wiser, apparently. I just shot an explosive barrel, and then he's just dead.
I'll see to it
What
personally.
about this one?
On it.
There we go.
But I will grant none.
Are you?
Third time's a charm. Third time's a charm. Oh, okay. I don't want to kind of be near these barrels, so put her around there. Here. Then kind of have like everyone else around this area, I think. Yeah, kind of there, I think it's fine. I think she can kind of be out in the open a bit. Okay. Okay.
I am your blade and shield. I will not die in dishonor. As honor ordained, the other side awaits. Trust me, death is a blessing. My blade whispers your name. The shadows will kill it. It brings me no pleasure. As the tenets demand.
Okay, she's got it deep in there, but I think that's fine. Must have been the wind. Yeah. Okay,
I know what is to come.
can she see him? No, she's too far away. Exits.
Will do.
Let's
There
just
is
buff
movement
it.
in the Imperium.
Hide her.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, no, here they come.
Out of my way. Let's get to it.
Smoke grenades, apparently.
Here we go.
Ooh, she took some damage there. Wait, would that affect the barrels? Yeah, it would. Let's get her
Emperor, give me
here.
strength.
Oh.
Duty
Yeah,
goes
that
hand
did
in
hit her,
hand.
but it's fine. Okay, should kill that guy. Yada yada yada.
I am a navigator.
Oh, I guess that hit him
not
as
a
well.
servitor.
Whoops. And I admit, might have made some mistakes. Only a few. Okay,
I'll do it.
let's get her.
God,
here.
Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Oh, come on. Is there not a way to hit all three, I guess?
Let's get to it.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Don't let me charge.
A tactically sound approach. At your beck and call.
Wait.
It will be done.
Oh, that's why it wasn't giving him charge. Okay, I see now. I made a mistake. I made a rookie mistake.
Indeed.
Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Let's.
Guided by faith.
Oh wait, there's a barrel right there. Yeah, should be fine. All right. Is there a way she can hit multiple people? Here she can, but it's right fuck here. Okay, it's risky, but fire at
Faith
will.
without
A little worth it. Just a little bit. Okay. This, I don't.
I'll see to it personally. I'll make it happen.
And then. Yeah,
It's as
that
good as
Pavel
done.
Go again. Yeah, let's
No
make him
matter the
use
cost.
his heroic. Actually, I probably could have attacked it then heroic, but
Victory is imminent.
okay.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. It will be done. An exemplary strike.
there.
On it.
And of course he dodged that attack.
Let's make it quick.
Trust me. I feel nothing. Fear nothing. I shall not fail. Trust me. There is only death. Yours or mine.
Oh wait, oh yeah, I only get the heat to like... Oh wait, no, I should still get the healing, right? Or is that only once? But it doesn't say only once for the healing, only for the other stuff. Oh yeah, I probably could have done Brain and Blood, but...
Cover me!
Too far for that.
Was that you? Or...
Dude.
Anything is?
Good damage there. Actually, oh, I should have probably put that. Rex already has a waifu, and she's a baddie, apparently. I mean, Rex, if you get this game, I guess I can probably guess who you're going to try to romance.
I have read tomes of military tactics. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Throw away the... Yeah, okay, we can only probably attack one.
At your beck and call.
Kim out.
I will do my duty.
There.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Indeed. Reduced to dust.
That's a crit there, and
The shadows reveal their
and we
secrets.
even leveled up. You can romance, as I think I accidentally started romancing her, which honestly I don't mind. But I did. There is an achievement you can get. I don't think I can show the achievements. Just how I said it on the stream. But there is an achievement called a spark. You started a romance. Alright. That's a lot of knives. Ooh, shoes. Whenever the wielder deals damage to an enemy, the wielder has a 25%. Ooh, okay, definitely. Let's grab that. And I think I put everything into cargo. More goods over there. Pyromancy staff. Sadly, no one uses pyromancy.
I
If my
always
friend
keep
were
my
to play
options
this,
open.
I bet he would probably go into pyromancy. Like the two I was, or yeah, the two when I first did the character creations that I thought of doing was the, of course, Castigator,
Fate and
which I think
fortune
I went
favor the
with
bold.
because I kind of wanted to roleplay my own Dark Tide character. And the other one I was thinking of was a Biomancer. Probably a warrior archetype, I was thinking. But
Is there money to be made?
you can be up. There's like different sex you could choose. Oh, a large med kit. You have med kit. What's the charge? Nice, nice. And did we loot everything? Probably look at that in a moment. But first, I think I wanted to give her these shoes. Because those seem good. And then next, let's do level ups. Alright, oh, okay, we get a ability. Let's see, Air of Authority. Allies resolved by 4 until the end of the turn if the target is under effect. To gain an additional access point. Yeah, that sounds really good. Gain temporary wounds. Doesn't sound bad. Okay. The game. Oh yeah, this is some of the origin abilities. In the name of the Lex Imperialis. Allies gain immunity to prone, stun, immobilize, or cannot attack effects as well as all types of force movement. Enemies must pass a willpower test within a -7 penalty for becoming immobilized. Choose a square within 6 cell radius. All enemies within that 3-cell radius around the Arbiter must make a willpower resistance or failed. If possible, they immediately move to the designated spot. Interesting. But I think I'm going Air with Authority this one. And alright. Now which talent? I think when I was looking, I was debating between Armor Piercing, which any of my attacks or successful attacks reduce the enemy's armor by 16%. It's based on my persuasion. And or Mob Justice. Allies within 3 cells radius around the Arbiter deal 8% more damage. I wish that was a bigger radius, honestly. Honestly, if it was like a bigger radius, I would probably pick it immediately. Like, even if it is just like 8% right now, it will probably increase over time. I don't know. If there's anything I want. Dueling Mastery actually wouldn't be bad because I have a talent that I chose earlier. Is it this one? Yeah. My arbiter or arbitrary can parry incoming attacks with a ranged weapon, and the parry chance is based on my ballistic skill. So yeah, let's oh, it's not showing my plus.
Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes. I make profitable learning experiences.
Yeah, it's not showing my parry chance. I guess it's just not showing it. Even though I'm using... I have that. So that might be tempting. Nah. This one didn't seem bad. Whenever enemy adjacent to the arbitrary fails a willpower resistance for the first time in a round, to get an attack of opportunity. That was a bigger radius, maybe. can wield two-handed shotguns in one hand. I might get that, but later whenever we finally get shields, like combat shields, so you can equip. Yeah, that's for power mauls and batons, this talent. So if I was kind of like a tanky arbitrator, you will not die. Increase wounds by half of the character is leveled up. Nah. Arc rifle interest up. Nimble increases dodge. Whenever this character hits a target with arc. Equal plasma proficiency, power weapon, expert. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go armor piercing. Put more debuffs on the enemy. Minus 16% to their armor. Doesn't sound too bad. Let's see. Okay, do I want to level up his toughness? Or do I want to level up his weapon skill? Base stats currently 45. Okay, so every like 10 ranks, the character's bonuses for that stat will go up. So either weapon skill or toughness would be good here, I think. Kind of leaning more on toughness, I think. Actually, hold up. Let's see. Alright, later, Rex. Hopefully I'm streaming tomorrow if the weather doesn't mess me over. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow as well. And that doesn't sound too bad, but eh. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's also kind of good. All of this feels really good. Or most of these. Mainly this one. And this one seemed pretty good, I think. Yeah, I like the sound of that, so honestly, let's up weapon skill to get that parry chance a little bit higher. So since tanking and having this sounds really good. So I gotta kind of choose the secondary for sure. Unless not just giving him any secondary weapon might cause that. I don't know if that will work or not. Okay. Oh, she can... Oh, you can kind of choose to go into the other part, psychics here. Folding, create an area that lasts us until the start of next. All allies within the area get dodge. Dodge shades cannot be molested. Okay, that doesn't sound bad. Yeah. I don't want one of these. Joint it until. Ooh, that could also be pretty good. Kind of liking the idea of joint analysts. Or I can, because I did get that staff for pyromancy, could technically go into pyromancy. Dude. I remember. Yeah, I like the joint analyst. She's already putting a lot of exploit on people. Only other thing sounds decent is maybe going to one of these, but and then let's do maybe war work. Because I think I already have enough Medicaid. Yeah, with definitely her and that. I think lore work might help us here. So let's give her a lore work. Okay. Magenta. Do a. Okay. Can I pick ballistic skill again? Oh no, I can't. So yeah, probably agility. Yeah, just give her better initiative, I guess. Initiative, dodge, and all that. Honestly, sounds like the only. Okay. Don't really have any of those. What is these? Oh, that's her ability, okay. Oh, okay. That actually doesn't sound bad. Yeah, I like that. Let's do that. Alright. Do I also do air authority for her, or... Oh wait, that's good. Take lens effect. Reveal the light. Ooh. The light idea reveal the light. So then then eventually also get this. Could that potentially be good? Yeah, let's do reveal the light. What was the good? Where was it? Eye of Oblivion? Yes. And last but not least, do we want to up her weapons skill or? She does kind of need movement. Emptying. Let's go. We need the movement for her. Alright.
Rushna Dordal.
Let's save. Let's end it here.